Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let me start by thanking EVG Network and my upline for introducing nutritional immunology into my life. My name is Charlie, your MC for tonight's Stop the Silent Cancer Prevention webinar. And also a big welcome to all of you for joining us. Now, before we commence the presentation, please do take note that all your microphone has been muted to prevent any disruption to the entire presentation. And also you may use the chat function to interact with us throughout the presentation. We also have a Q&A segment towards the end of the webinar where you can raise your questions regarding tonight's presentation via the chat function. Or you can unmute your microphone and voice out your question. And also, if you are using mobile to view, you may maximize your reading experience by zooming in into the slide. As you may know, cancer is the world #2 killer, and it has taken millions of lives every year. Dr. Zhao Feichen said that if you're able to prevent cancer from taking place, then there's a chance that you can live past 100 years old. As the adage goes, prevention is better than cure. Preventing cancer is easy, but treating cancer is an uphill battle. Therefore, cancer prevention is so important. But to know how to prevent cancer, we must first know what causes cancer to begin with. Now, for those joining us in this webinar, then you are in for a treat. As Denise will share with us what causes cancer and all the ways to prevent it. Now, let's put our hands together for Denise.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank EVG Network and my upline. My name is Denise, and thank you for taking time to attend tonight's event. Tonight's topic on cancer prevention is a continuation from last month's webinar on cancer treatment. If you need to review the webinar from last month, you should be able to get a recorded link from the friend who has invited you here tonight. We always advocate prevention over cure, and cancer is a slow progressive disease, and 2/3 of the time, cancer may not be detectable till it has progressed to late stages, especially when there are more than 1 to 2 billion cancer cells in the body. This is the reason why we need to share with everyone the importance of cancer prevention. When we encounter someone suffering from cancer, the first thought that usually comes to mind is, how did this person get the cancer? Is it hereditary? There is always this common myth that cancer is normally inherited. The myth goes like, if a member of the family has cancer, such as breast or bowel cancer, the risk of this cancer may be higher. However, there are some truth in this theory. If parents have a cancer, their children are more likely to get it. Why is that so? It's much due to similar lifestyle choices between the parents and children. For example, our eating habits and preferences. Children usually follow the eating habits like the parents. Cancer resulting from genetic inheritance is very low. You can see from this slide that even if both parents are unaffected carrier of the cancer gene, there is only 1 in 4 chance that one child of 4 children will be affected by the cancer gene. So if you are a parent, do watch your lifestyle habits, as this is the most important factor which your child or children will look up to you and follow. I believe everyone agrees that prevention is better than cure. To prevent cancer, we have to understand the main causes of cancer. Firstly, unhealthy eating and living habits accounts for 70% of the causes of cancer. Nowadays, people stay up late and indulge in oily, fried foods, though delicious, are some of the carcinogenic risk factors. Secondly, cancer caused by infection of a virus is about 20%. For example, hepatitis B can cause cirrhosis of the liver and may lead to liver cancer. And lastly, 10% is due to other factors. First, let me dive into the first point on unhealthy living and living habits. Animal-based foods, be it meat, seafood, or dairy products, lack fiber and contain animal hormones, animal protein, and is high in saturated fats. Research also shows that animal-based food increases the risk of breast cancer, prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, colorectal cancer, and many other diseases, including cardiovascular diseases. Recent statistics have shown that cancer patients are getting younger, and most of them favor animal oil-based food or fast food over plant-based food? Why is deep fried food a carcinogenic risk factor? The answer is in the smoke point temperature of the oil being used. Once the smoke point temperature is reached, the oil starts to break down, producing toxic carcinogenic substances called metaldehyde, MDA. The common Asian cooking methods such as stir frying may have oil temperature reaching as high as 190 degrees Celsius. Hence, cooking oil that have smoke points of over 200 degrees Celsius are more safer to use. When the same oil is used for example, deep frying purpose or stir frying, the MDA level, which is the carcinogenic substance, will increase by 10 times or more. It is known in multiple research papers that patients suffering from lung and breast cancer have high levels of MDA. The table here illustrates the common cooking oils we use at home. Sunflower oil has a smoke point of 107 degrees Celsius. Olive oil and corn oil has a smoke point of about 160 degrees Celsius. Hence, these three cooking oils are unsuitable for cooking with high heat as the smoke points are lower than 200 degrees Celsius. I believe most of us who are busy working adults often patronize hawker foods for convenience sake, and we won't know if the hawker has reused the cooking oil or used cooking oil with low smoking point. Maybe we should reconsider frequenting the hawker centers. Consuming preserved meats puts one at high risk of cancer. This is due to the nitrates or the nitrites being added as preservatives, and those usually react with other substances in the meat and form nitrosamine, a carcinogen. Example of preserved meat like bak kwa, hot dog, sausages, Chinese sausages, and even salted fish. All these food products have nitrates or nitrites to increase the shelf life without refrigeration. However, nitrosamine forms in our stomach when we consume it. Studies also show that those who eat preserved meat have 20 to 50% higher risk of colorectal cancer compared to non-eaters. Studies also showed that preserved and smoked food increases the risk of stomach cancer. Animal-based food lacks fiber. This can cause cancer as well. Why so? Fiber is essential for maintaining a healthy digestive system. It maintains good bacteria in the intestines. Lack of fiber may hinder the body from flushing out toxins quickly. When this happens, toxins may come into contact with body cells for a longer period and thus a higher risk of cells mutation. Research shows that lack of fiber can cause colorectal cancer, colon cancer, and esophageal cancer. Scientists had compared vegetarians with meat or eaters. The risk of stomach cancer, lymphoid and hematopoietic tissue cancer, multiple myeloma, malignant tumors are higher than that of vegetarians. Refined food. Examples like refined sugar, white flour, salt, coloring, and other additives. This is somewhat going to be a shocker for a lot of us, as these are some food we have been consuming on a daily basis. Tumors are known to thrive in low oxygen and high blood sugar conditions. People who does not exercise or eat lots of sweet food runs into a higher risk of cancer. Research has shown that eating 100 grams of refined sugar in one sitting can drastically lower our white blood cells' ability to destroy invading germs, leaving body vulnerable to infections. So, if you may have something sweet, try munching on fruits or drinking fruity beverage without added sugar. Experts say that natural sugars found in fruits make excellent and healthy substitute to refined sugar. Although there's no link between sugar and cancer, refined sugar contains empty calories that provide only energy and no nutritional value. Empty calories are bad because excessive calories lead to weight gain, which increases the risk of multiple diseases, including cancer. Obesity increases risk of cancer. Why so? It is known that obesity increases risk of cancer. Fat cells in our body can raise insulin and protein levels and may in turn lead to uncontrollable growth of certain cells in body and cause cancer. An obese person has a 10% higher risk of getting cancer compared to a person who is not obese. Smoking increases the risk of cancer. Tobacco smoke suppresses our natural killer cells. Numerous types of cancers have been found to be related to smoking. Example, lung, oral cavity, tongue, larynx, esophagus, pancreas, bladder cancers, etc. It is also found that men who smoke are twice as likely to develop end-stage prostate cancer. Children who are exposed to tobacco smoke for a prolonged period of time have 4 times higher risk of getting lung cancer later in their life than those whose parents were non-smoker. Smoker has higher risk for all types of cancer. Alcohol suppresses our natural killer cells and increases the risk of cancer. Alcohol damages our liver, increases risk of liver cancer and breast cancer. Prolonged indulgence or abuse of alcohol can increase risk of head, neck, mouth, throat, pharynx, larynx, esophagus, and pancreas cancer. Next, I believe every one of us experiences some kind of stress, from young to working adults from time to time. Psychological stress secretes corticosteroid, carcinogenic toxic hormone. The immune system's ability to fight off antigens can be reduced by up to 80% within half an hour. Cancer patients usually experience some form of severe stress about 6 months to 2 years before the onset of their illness. Lack of physical activity can also cause cancer. As we always advise, a healthy lifestyle should include some exercises. Sleep is equally important for a healthy lifestyle. Lack of sleep can cause cancer as well. Sleep deprivation results in lower production of natural killer cells, thus means it may promote tumor growth. Lack of NK cells means reduced ability to fight viral infection. A lot of time when one have sleep issues can be due to a lack of melatonin or can result in reduction of melatonin. Having reduced melatonin stimulates the spread of hormone-related cancer. Scientists also, through a simple experiment, shown that a lack of 2 to 3 hours of sleep in a week can weaken our immune system. Next, let's look at another cause, free radicals, which are molecules that are highly reactive to the human body. It steals the electrons of other molecules, causing oxidative damage. When these molecules become unstable, not only will they damage the cell membrane, but they will also delay cell repair. Why do some people in their 30s look like they are 50s? This is because free radicals can cause organs to age. The scariest thing about free radicals is the interference it causes to genetics of the cells, which can lead to mutation and formation of cancerous cells. So why does the body produce free radicals? When we eat fried food, when we smoke, when we drink alcohol, etc., our body produces free radicals. A lot of people think, well, I don't smoke and drink, and I don't eat fried food, so I shouldn't have free radicals issue. Sadly, not true. You see, even if you don't smoke, you still take in secondhand smoke around you, and there's always air pollution in our surroundings. For example, industrial air pollution, automobile exhaust, smoke from fried food, and the body will produce free radicals. And also stress. When we are stressed, the body will produce free radicals. Even prolonged exposure to sunlight, mainly due to ultraviolet rays, the body will also produce free radicals. In conclusion, production of free radicals in our body is unavoidable. So one may wonder, doesn't that mean cancer is unavoidable? From the previous webinar, we learned that cancer cells are caused by mutations in our own cells, meaning we can't get infected with cancer by another cancer patient. However, 20% of cancers are caused by virus infection. For example, 80% of the liver cancers are caused by hepatitis B virus and hepatitis C virus. Nasopharyngeal cancer is caused by the Epstein-Barr virus. 99.7% of cervical cancer is caused by the human papilloma virus, HPV. These viruses are transmitted through saliva and blood. When these viruses destroy the body's immune system, they become cancerous. Perhaps you may think that the new coronavirus can remain infectious on many surfaces for 8 hours. So will the new coronavirus cause cancer? Although there is no data so far that the new coronavirus can cause cancer, what we do know that cancer does not occur overnight. Take for example, an incubation period of 10 to 20 years is required for cancerous cells in the lung to fully develop into lung cancer. It has now been confirmed that a person infected with the new coronavirus will have fibrosis in his lungs. As a precaution to prevent cancer, it's best to avoid any virus infection as much as possible. What other carcinogens are out there? Exposure to sun is one of the main causes of skin cancer. It is recommended to apply sunscreen to protect your skin if you want to be in the sun for more than 20 minutes. And there are chemicals we come into contact every day. Do you notice foaming bubbles in our daily necessities such as toothpaste and shower gel? This is because many of them contains SLS foaming agent. There are also a variety of facial cleansing products and cosmetics which contains triclosan, and these are all chemical carcinogens. Research also confirmed that they accumulate in human adipose tissue. Such toxins can be passed on to the baby from a breastfeeding mother and the infant's or toddler's liver, which are not as developed as adults. Lacks detoxifying enzymes, thus resulting in accumulation of toxins within. Let's continue to look at other carcinogenic factors. Did you notice some people who are thrifty tend to cut away moldy portion of food such as vegetables, fruits, and bread, and consume the rest of the portion which they assume will be unaffected by the mold? Moldy food contains aflatoxin, one of the most toxic mycotoxins. High temperature cannot destroy it. Such mycotoxins can cause liver, stomach, and pancreatic cancers. So do be aware to discard any moldy food, including portion which doesn't seem to be moldy but may already be contaminated by the mycotoxins. Some people love to eat fermented food. Fermented food may contain contaminants such as the bacteria that makes the tempeh, which are harmless to healthy people but harmful for people with compromised immune system. Fermented food are more known to cause stomach, colorectal, and nasopharyngeal cancer, and another example of fermented goods includes kombucha, fermented tea. American Cancer Society pointed out that it contains harmful bacteria, and side effects of these bacteria are metabolic acidosis in the liver and kidneys, leading to death. Prescribed medicines are meant to deliver specific effect and treatment of specific ailment. However, drugs come with side effects. Sometimes such side effects are even more dangerous than positive effect it is supposed to deliver. Some drugs, for example, immunosuppressive drugs such as steroids, work primarily by weakening the immune system response. Studies found that 6 to 8% of kidney transplant patients develop complications and cancer as a result of taking immunological drugs such as steroids. Besides, treatment of hormone replacement therapy may increase the risk of breast cancer up to 40%. On the other hand, overdose of Chinese medicine, for example, the Chinese knotweed, also known as He Shou Wu, which is a popular remedy to restore hair color. Do you know that consumption of 1.5 grams per day will cause liver damage? Hence, regardless of Chinese or Western medicine, everyone must be wise and cautious in taking medicines as every medicine have side effects. During current pandemic, many brands of vitamins claim to improve immunity and prevent viruses. However, there has been no concrete studies proving that vitamin pills can prevent or treat viral infection. Instead, there has been extensive research showing that these artificial supplements can in fact increase the risk of cancer. Why is that so, when most of such vitamin supplements were said to be extracted from natural sources? We understand that when we consume a plant food in a wholesome manner, such as carrot or tomato, it can reduce cancer and nourish our eyes, protect our vision, because it contains beta-carotene and a variety of plant nutrients. But when we extract beta-carotene from carrots and turn it into vitamin A pills, our body may experience overdosage of vitamin A and the immune system loses its balance. There is already plenty of studies showing that taking a wide variety of artificial supplements increase the risk of cancer. For example, vitamin A pills can cause osteoporosis, liver damage, fetal damage, and increase the risk of lung cancer. Vitamin C causes DNA damage and cancer. The study also found that folic acid supplements may increase the risk of prostate, lung, and rectal cancer. The difference is that taking artificial supplement pills is equivalent to force-feeding our body with supplement dosage. This is very different from the way our body extracts vitamin from consumed wholesome food, where the body extracts the right amount of dosage at the same time. Take, for example, an orange, which everyone knew that it contains a wealth of vitamins, including vitamin C. However, when we attempt to extract the vitamin, say by making fresh orange juice out of an orange, we are in fact causing the orange to oxidize by releasing millions of free radicals during the process of juicing it. The outcome is a natural sugar drink without most of the plant nutrients when it was in its whole form. Now imagine similar process happening in a vitamin pill manufacturing plant where vitamin C's were chemically extracted from the oranges. No doubt there will be the purest single vitamin C pill in a single pill, but the harmful effects outweigh the positive when the body is unable to extract correct dosage and other plant nutrients. The body will be force-fed with inaccurate dosage, and the oxidation process releasing free radicals will result undesirable side effects. If you think you need to take vitamins, do consume it from a wholesome food which is complete and balanced, and there will be no side effects no matter how much the quantity is being taken. Have you heard of people having side effects after taking multiple oranges or multiple apples every day? I believe the answer is no. With today's advancement in medicinal science, we still see that such speed of advancement is no match for the spread of mutation and infection rates of diseases and viruses. Preventive science is the only safeguard against today's diseases and viruses. Nutritional immunology is a preventive science which can help us safeguard against such diseases and viruses. Let's now look at nutritional immunology. 90% of the diseases are related to the malfunctioning of our immune system. So what is the immune system then? Our immune system is the best doctor in the world and is the army of a human body, and it protects us against diseases. When our immune system is healthy, it can perform three major functions: defense, cleanse, and repair. The immune system is a powerful army. The picture on the left is our B cells, which are capable of producing antibodies to fight viruses, bacteria, as well as cancer cells. B cells are capable of producing more than 1 billion different antibodies to fight invaders and also have memory function. When it encounters the same invaders, it will produce the required antibodies to destroy it within 24 hours. Next, let's take a look at the other picture. The one in red is what most are fearful about. That is the cancer cells. The white cells surrounding it are our natural killer cells, which we also call it NK cells. The role of the natural killer cells is to detect and destroy cancer cells and not cause side effects. The picture on the left are cancer cells that's changed from their original form. The natural killer cells have the ability to detect and kill cancer cells. Next, let's take a look at the other picture. NK cells are delivering the kiss of death to kill the cancer cells and back to their original form and continue to hunt for other cancer cells. After destroying them, it will become waste in our body, which you can see in this picture, which must be excreted out of our body. This brings us to the next function, that is our cleansing function. The picture that you see on the left is a macrophage, the garbage man of the body. It has claws. When they discover viruses or infected cells, they will extend their claws, hook them up and swallow into their big mouth, whereby they will be excreted out of our body through our phlegm. The one on the left is another macrophage in our blood vessels. The macrophage will move forward and engulf the green particle that is usually our aged cells, cholesterol, triglycerides, and remains of cancer cells, whereby they will be excreted out of our body through our bowel movement. Next is our repair function in the process of repairing the damaged tissues and organs in our body. For example, why do some people's wounds heal quickly while some heal slower? It all depends on the capability of our repair function. According to nutritional immunologists, our immune system needs a variety of nutrients to prevent cancer caused by different factors. People nowadays do not contract diseases due to a lack of basic survival nutrients such as proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Rather, more than 90% of the diseases are caused by the malfunctioning of our immune system. After more than 30 years of research in nutritional immunology, providing our immune system with the three main nutrients that are phytochemicals, antioxidants, polysaccharides is key to boost the immune system to fight diseases and achieve longevity. Now, let us look at the various cancer fighters. Cancer fighter number 1, Rhapsody, has more than 10,000 phytochemicals. Main ingredients are cactus, American ginseng. And research also shows that Rhapsody inhibits the growth of new blood vessels in cancer cells, stop tumor growth, neutralize cancer-causing hormones, anti-inflammation, and defend against bacteria, viruses, and cancer. Next is immunity. It's a variety of polysaccharides. Main ingredients are Cordyceps mycelium, maitake mushroom, shiitake mushroom, ABM mushroom, cassandra, and blueberry. And since 1960, scientists in Japan discovered the polysaccharides in mushrooms that can increase the NK cells activities by 49 folds, destroy existing cancer cells and viruses, inhibit tumor growth, prevent benign tumors from becoming malignant. How antioxidants from plants destroy free radicals? Free radicals are highly unstable molecules that cause oxidative damage by stealing electrons from surrounding molecules, thereby interfering with the stability of the cell's DNA, causing damage that may lead to cancer. They are produced when the body breaks down food or by the cigarette smoke, toxic chemicals, and excess sunlight, as well as the body's own metabolism. Antioxidants are substances that donate an electron to free radicals, thereby preventing free radicals from causing mutation of cell DNA. Our third cancer fighter, rosy thyme. It is rich in antioxidants. The main ingredients consist of cactus fruit, Acelera cherry, rose, and cranberry. And antioxidants prevent free radicals from interfering with DNA, slow down aging, protect our body from UV damage, and enhance collagen production, prevents cancer metastasis. Our fourth cancer fighter is raisin tree. Main ingredient, oriental raisin tree, American ginseng, and monk fruit. Our liver has more than 500 functions, which include stop tumor growth, detoxify and filter toxins in blood as well as cancer-causing hormones. It regulates cholesterol, blood pressure, fats, uric acid, and reduces inflammation. It also increases the alcohol metabolism, burn fats. That's why it's important that we protect our liver because it prevents liver inflammation, fatty liver, liver cirrhosis, and liver cancer. Berry beet. Main ingredients, hawthorn, blueberry, raspberry, and cranberry. It has one of the richest sources of antioxidants. It can nourish our macrophage in the blood vessels. It neutralizes free radicals in the body, protects the body from free radicals damage that's causing tissue damage and aging. It stops tumor growth, prevents breast cancer, cervical cancer, and inhibits growth of liver cancer cells by 50%. Our final source of protein, soy. It provides all the essential amino acids that's needed, and soy protein has 2 times higher content of proteins than meat, 3 times higher than eggs, and 12 times higher than milk. It contains carbohydrates and vitamins. It is rich in minerals such as calcium, iron, and phosphorus. It regulates our cholesterol, blood pressure, fats, uric acid, and reduce inflammation. It's high in fibers, both in insoluble and soluble fiber. It's low in calories and free of saturated fat and cholesterol. Soy phytoestrogen. Soy contains natural phytoestrogen, mainly isoflavones and lignans. Phytoestrogens quickly bind to the cell's estrogen receptors, keeping cancer-causing estrogens from promoting the growth of malignant cells and lower the risk of hormone-related cancer. And furthermore, the main isoflavones in soy, genistein, have anti-cancer effects and have shown promise in preventing breast, colon, prostate, and endometrial cancers. Fiber top. We have the psyllium husk, which our body requires about 20 to 35 grams of fiber daily. It contains soluble fibers, which forms a protective layer to protect our intestines, preventing excess absorptions of fats and calories. Aids weight control. Studies have shown that psyllium husk can lower cholesterol and blood sugar level. And insoluble fibers, which are also our natural cleansers, it promotes bowel movement, shorten the time that toxins are in contact with the intestinal walls, reduce the risk of cells becoming malignant. Studies have shown that psyllium husk fibers promote the growth of healthy bacteria in the gut, inhibits the growth of cancer cells, and lower the risk of colorectal cancer. According to researchers, the path to healthy and longevity, one needs to have a strong immune system. So how can we have a strong immune system? We need to ensure that we have sufficient sleep and rest because it's able to boost up our immune system. During our sleep, our body cells go into the process of repairing our damaged cells and at the same time eliminating toxic substances. Two groups of people are injected with hepatitis A vaccine. 4 weeks later, those who have sufficient sleep have 2 times more antibodies than those who don't sleep at night. Besides, deep sleep allows the brain and muscles to relax as well. Maintain a stable emotions. Be happy and think positively all the time. Set a simple but motivational goal daily. Find your preferred ways to relax and relieve stress. Stay optimistic and open-minded. The reason is because when we are stressed, our body will secrete hormones called corticosteroid, which will suppress our immune system by up to 80%. Having moderate exercise increases the flow of blood and oxygen to the tissues and inhibits tumor growth. Exercise also stimulates sweating and deep breathing, which enhance our lymphatic circulation and help the body to expel toxins, stimulate our NK cells activity. Research also shows that moderate exercise increases our body temperature, enhances the function of our white blood cells, help cancer patients maintain normal muscle mass, and enhance the survival rate. Besides, to have a strong immune system, one needs to have correct, pure, and balanced nutrition. If we can achieve these 4 areas, we will be healthy and we can prevent cancer. American Association of Cancer Research, World Cancer Research Fund, in a 660-page report suggested that most effective way to prevent cancer is to consume whole grain, legumes, beans, and food containing dietary fiber, at least 30 grams, and 5 portions, at least 400 grams of variety of vegetables and fruits daily is the most effective way to prevent cancer. And with that, I hope you have learned how we can all take better care of ourselves. And remember, prevention is always better than cure. With that, I end my sharing today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Denise, for providing us all the knowledge in cancer prevention and those cancer-fighting plant-based food that we can take to strengthen our immune system. Now, with this knowledge, we can now better protect ourselves and our family and friends, and we can all live to 120 years old, just like what Dr. Jaffe said, right? And also tonight, okay, we have invited Darren to share with us a testimonial about his friend Doreen, whom discovering the science of nutritional immunology and supported her following an unexpected diagnosis and through her remarkable recovery journey. So without further ado, let's welcome Darren to share with us.
Hey everybody, I just want to share something that is pretty personal about a friend, Doreen. So back in January 2022, she got a UTI. This is actually super common, especially for women. So she didn't think much about it, but then it came back again. This UTI came back again in March. So that's when her doctor suggested she go in for some deeper checkups. She booked for an appointment, but the earliest slot is available is in May. So, but during that meantime, her company offered a full health screening, and that's in April. And she did it. And guess what? Everything came back perfect, normal, great result. Kidney functioning perfectly and all the works. So then May rolls in, right? So she goes for her follow-up checkups, and the doctor looked at her report and said, no, everything looks good. But then he then added that, just to be safe, let's do a kidney scan. Well, that's what happened. So the scan shows a tumor on her right kidney. And the doctor told her straight up, he was sure, 80% sure it was cancerous. And she was completely shocked. How can this be, Because he just did a full health checkup just the month before. Everything was fine. Or that's what she thought, right? So, but here's the silver lining. So they called it really, really early. Really early. The doctors told her that she is incredibly lucky. The tumor was still very small. And get this, it has nothing to do with her UTI's problem. So kidney tumors like that usually give no warning signs at all in the very early stage. So it was purely chance that they found it. So before her surgery, she decided to really focus strengthening her body, her immune system. She went into consuming high quantity of nutritional immunology food containing rich and variety of polysaccharides such as cordyceps, mycelium, avian mushroom, and various types of mushrooms. Also high quantity of these antioxidants and phytochemicals nutrients from wholesome fruit such as cactus fruit, accessories, cherry, and many, many, many more. Right. Let me show some slides. So this is what happened. So on July 25th, right, she had this surgery to remove the tumor, and it was keyhole surgery. So minimally invasive. But still she woke up with 6 small insertions, you can see from the slides. Not tiny, not huge, but then it's definitely still painful. So right before the operation, right, she drank extra quantity of this nutritional immunology food containing cactus, hoping that it will help her recover faster. And you know what it did? So she kept taking it after surgery too, and it healed really, really well. So when the full pathology report came back, right, they found that the whole tumor is 4.5 cm, but only 3.3 cm was cancerous, and it hadn't has spread. So no chemo is needed. So the doctor said, just yearly checkup is needed from then on. So Doreen was very, very grateful, and what really gave her strength during that period was learning about health, nutrition, and immunity. So she strongly believed that prevention through good nutrition, like what Dr. Chen has taught her in nutritional immunology, play a role in her healing and in keeping her strong. So her message to all of us is very simple. Prevention is better than cure. So it's a reminder for all of us that we need to take care of our health seriously even when everything seems to be fine. So thank you. I shall end my sharing here.
Thank you, Darren, for sharing with us a wonderful testimonial about Doreen. Just now you mentioned that Doreen takes some nutritional immunology food through her remarkable journey, right? Can you share with us how to get access to those food? Thank you.
Sure, thank you, MC. The major ingredient Doreen has been consuming is from Elite Global. So before and after surgery, she was already consuming the Complete Nourishment series in the following quantity. So 100 ml of Rhapsody and Rositime a day, and then 3 sachets of Immunity, Soy Green, Raisin Tree, and Berry Bits daily. So thank you, and I shall end my sharing here.
Thank you, Darren, once again, as for your sharing. As per what Doreen mentioned, prevention is better than cure. In fact, I think In fact, prevention not only better than cure. Prevention is the real cure. Yeah. So it's all about prevention. So everybody do your prevention early to prevent any mishap from happening tomorrow, right? So, and also congrats to Doreen for her remarkable recovery. And also now with this, I'd like to bring a disclaimer to your attention. As you can see from the screen, Elite products are plant-based food, which are very beneficial for health maintenance. However, Elite does not advocate any form of self-diagnosis or medical treatment. Now, if you have any medical condition, please seek professional medical help. Thank you. All right, with this, in fact, we have almost come to the end of tonight's webinar. But before that, we have a Q&A segment, okay, whereby now you ask the question and we actually answer it for you. Yeah, it's also my favorite segment. So I believe that throughout the whole presentation, you have heard a lot of things and you might have a lot of questions that in the mind that you want to find out more. So this is the time for you to type a question to the chat box, or you can actually raise a question via the mic. But due to time constraint, every individual is only allowed to ask one question, right? Let me just see. Well, tonight the chat, we have a lot of the chatters. A lot of people interact. So it means that you actually pay attention and actually learning a lot from the whole presentation. Okay, I saw a friend asking, a friend with cancer say that his doctor told him not to take any health supplements. How can I encourage her to consume our products? It's a very good and valid questions. Yeah, because I actually heard about this many times. I mean, from my friend, asking, what should we do? So with this question, so anybody from our Q&A team, right, would like to help to address this question.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cindy, and this is a very good and common questions which I had experienced before. So let me repeat the questions. Our friends with cancer and say that her doctor told her not to take any health supplements. How can I encourage her to consume our products? First, allow me to share some slides here. Let's understand different roles of healthcare professionals. Do you know the unique skill set of doctors, pharmacists, nutritionists, and nutritional immunologists? Doctor diagnose illness, review report, perform surgeries. Pharmacists are the expert in medications. They know how drugs work, their side effects. Nutritionists mainly look at the essential nutrients we need for survival, like carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats, and minerals. Now, if you want to enhance our immune system to combat diseases, who should we consult? You should consult or seek advice from expert in nutritional immunology. So, Dr. Zhao Fei Chen is the founder of Nutritional Immunology. He's an authority in this field. Nutritional immunology explores the relationship between nutrition and the immune system, emphasizing prevention over cure. The three key nutrients for boosting the immune system are phytochemicals, antioxidants, and polysaccharides. By consuming the right nutrition, people can achieve not just survival, but also health and longevity. A lot of cancer patients say their doctor told them not to take any supplements. Well, the truth is some supplements on the market actually high ingredients like steroid or diuretics, and they can be problems because they might clash with the medicines your doctor prescribed, making the treatment less effective. They can also cause double dosing. For example, if your doctor already gave you steroids, but your supplement secretly has steroids too, you could end up taking way too much. So to keep patients safe, most doctors just play it safe and say, don't take supplements at all. When we are sick, of course, we should respect and follow our doctor's advice. But at the end of the day, the choice of whether to proceed with treatment or not still lies with the patient. If I follow everything the doctor says, avoid these products and only do the treatments, can the doctor guarantee I will fully recover? The truth is, no doctor can give us such a guarantee. That's why patients are always asked to sign consent forms before surgeries or treatments, because there are uncertainties. At the end of the day, our life and health belong to us. We need to take responsibility and use our own wisdom to decide what's the best. Instead of simply say, the doctor told me not to take it, so I won't. So next, I usually explain to my friend the difference between medical science and preventive science when it comes to cancer. Medical science focus on treatments like surgery, chemotherapy, immunotherapy, and radiotherapy. These treatments target cancer cells but can also harm healthy cells, leading to side effects like nausea, hair loss, mouth ulcers, and this may weaken the immune system and can cause others health issues. In fact, Dr. Zhao Fei Chen, who has over 30 years of research experience, once described cell cancer treatment as a gamble. Why? Because it's always a balancing act. Should the priority be destroying cancer cells or protecting healthy ones? This is where preventive science come in. It studies the link between nutrition and the immune system. It advocates prevention over cure. And our immune system produces NK cells, natural killer cells. These are likely the body's security guards. They can detect and destroy different kinds of cancer cells. When our immune system is healthy, it makes enough NK cells to stop or even eliminate cancer cells before they grow big enough to be detected. Cancer doesn't appear overnight. It takes time for cancer cells to grow to a detectable size. So, factors like poor diet, lack of exercise, little sleep, or chronic stress can all weaken the immune system, making one susceptible to cancer. So, when the immune system is already compromised, harsh treatments like chemotherapy can make the body even weaker. Therefore, boosting immune system through nutritional immunology can help body fight cancer naturally and doesn't interfere with medical treatment like chemotherapy. Based on science of nutritional immunology, they can help combat cancer, which are phytochemicals, antioxidant, and polysaccharide. Phytochemicals can prevent cancer in different ways. So the more diverse the variety of phytochemicals, the better for the body's cancer resistance. For example, the cactus contains over 10,000 types of phytochemicals. Some of these phytochemicals can inhibit tumor growth, such as isoflavones. They prevent tumors from growing a new blood vessel, preventing the cancer cell from absorbing nutrients and eventually causing them to wither, and suppress tumor progression, prevention it from spreading. And some phytochemicals can even neutralize carcinogenic hormones before cancer cells even form, preventing them from forming. Another type of nutrient that can fight cancer is antioxidants. Antioxidants are enemies of free radicals. When we have plenty of antioxidants, they can protect healthy cells from being attacked by cancer cells, prevent free radicals from damaging our DNA that may lead to cancer, delay organ aging, and it also speeds up the process of repairing damaged cells, enhance our collagen productions. How does collagen prevent cancer spread? So, if the outer wall of blood vessel contains collagen, it traps cancer cells and summons other immune cells to destroy them. And there's another indispensable nutrient in the fight against cancer, which is polysaccharides. So polysaccharides can enhance the body's secretion of interferons and interleukins to speed up our cancer cell destructions. Boost NK cell activity by up to 49 times to fight cancer cells, and polysaccharides have the ability to prevent normal cell from mutating into cancer cell. So now I encourage everyone to explore the science of nutritional immunology, which advocate prevention than cure, combine it with healthy dietary habits, emphasizing more vegetables and less meat, moderate exercise, maintain a positive mood, and getting a sufficient sleep. For cancer patients, proper nutrition can help support their immune system and work alongside their treatments. Nutritional immunology foods are plant-based and suitable for everyone, including children, the elderly, and expecting mothers. That's why I believe that once doctors truly understand this science, they will support their patient in using this product with confidence. Thank you for listening to my sharing, and I hope I have answered the question. So, pass over to you, MC.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Cindy, for helping to answer this question. I believe you definitely have answered the question. Yeah. So from Cindy sharing that, now you know why, who are the people that you should listen to, right? She actually explained different skill sets of different professionals, right? And I believe, and Dr. Zhao Fei ever said before, not just because the person in, have a doctor in front of their name that we must definitely listen to them. So we must hear what they say, use our own wisdom to decide and to proceed next, right? So it's all about understanding more and using your wisdom to decide what you should do next, right? So thank you, Cindy, again for helping to answer this question. Looking at the time, since we are towards the end, so I shall close off the Q&A segment and I will proceed to the next part, which is announcement. Okay. So with announcement, in fact, I have a wonderful news to bring to you, right? Elite Global, as you know, Elite Global not only introduce us to the science of nutritional immunology, but also bring us for expedition trip every year. As next year is Elite Global 10-year anniversary. Now, okay, let's find out a video where we are going.